Señoras y señores, niños y niñas, público, de la más cordial bienvenida a David Henrie.
Honduras, I love you! Hey, I'm very happy to be here. Okay, we have to sit. Let's relax. Let's all hang out for a sec. Let's bring it down a notch. I'm excited too. I'm very excited. If my voice was that high, I would let it out as well. That's great. I want to thank everyone for coming. This is benefiting a great cause. I want to thank everyone for having. So I'm very excited to be here. I'm going to be showing my short film to you. It is the first. How is the English here, by the way? Everyone speaks. I heard this is an English-speaking school. It's very impressive that everyone is bilingual. That's great. I barely speak one language. It's difficult enough for me. I can barely get by. But I'm very excited to show my short film with you. It's the first thing that I had ever written and directed, and I'm very excited to show it with you. It's called Catch. But before we get into that, I want to talk to you guys about some stuff. I heard that this is performing arts school. There's a lot of good performing arts. It's a good drama program. There you are. So I'm going to tell you guys some stories about my life, some things that I've learned growing up in the business, some things I wish I would have known when I was your age, and 4 key points that I'm going to talk about before we get into it. It's, if I had to say this talk was anything, it's pretty much based off of how to lead a goal-driven life, and how goals are very important. So I'm going to have to ask everyone to sit down, and then we're going to get into the short minimum for the next like 20 minutes, and then we can stream all we want. I'll stream with you later. So this is okay. Shh. I love you too. I know we all love each other. This room is full of love. Taking it down a notch. Taking it down 3. Right now we're at a 7. I want to take it to a 2. That was really good. I didn't know what it was, but I always knew goals were very important. But before you set a goal, what do you need to do? You need to discover what you're good at. You need to discover your talents. Well, how would anyone discover their talents? Well, you got to look at the fruits of your life. Look at what you're good at. Look at the fruits your life is bearing. For instance, if you're good at football. Who's good at football in here? One guy over there. Throw up the hand big. Yeah, I got you, bro. I know all the guys sitting up in the corner. They're like, no, don't sit in the middle. Sit up in the corner with the cool kids. Yeah, on the bleachers. No, it's good. It's good. Keep sitting there. No, it's good. If you're good at football, you're just killing it on the pitch. Then you're probably going to be a football player. If you're a good negotiator, you might have a future in finance. If you're a good artist, you might have a future in art. Those are good ways to figure out what your talents were. I was very lucky at an early age. You guys want to know how I got started in the business? Yeah! Well, I was very lucky to get started at an early age. I was 9 years old, and I had no connection to the business whatsoever. I was just a kid who grew up in Arizona. Big Italian family. Who's got big families? I love family, the most important thing. So, big Italian family, and whenever it was someone's birthday, I would just completely make fun of them. I was the entertainer. When it was my dad's birthday, I made a video where I acted as my dad, and I just completely parodied his entire life, and I showed it to the family, and they thought it was very funny. So that was the first sort of indicator that, okay, maybe I have a talent in entertainment. Maybe I'm the entertainer of the family. Maybe I have a future there. I don't know. So one day, it was sort of serendipitous how this happened. A commercial came on TV. Random commercial, and it said, Hollywood child actors. Is your kid talented? Do you want to send your kid to Hollywood? It probably sounded like a scam. But my mom looked at me and my brother, and she was like, should we give it a shot? Should we email the manager? And me and my brother were like, yeah, sure. So my mom emails the manager and says, here's pictures of my kids. I think they're very funny and entertaining. Will you give them a shot? So the manager emails back, and the manager says, well, your older son, David, I'm not interested in. But your younger one, Lorenzo, just killing the camera game, killing it. Everywhere I go, so the manager said she wasn't interested in me, but she was interested in Lorenzo. So we flew out there to meet with Lorenzo, but I tagged along. I was like, why not? Maybe I'll get a chance. So we go out there, we interview for the manager. They give us sides. It was a commercial. They give us a commercial to read, and that when you go to audition for an agent or manager, they give you what's called sides. It's a few pieces of paper, and you act out the lines. So my brother did it. I think he did. How'd you do? Yeah, he didn't do very good. Oh, amazing? Well, whatever the case. I went after him, and then the manager came out and saw me sitting there and was like, do you want to give it a shot? And I was like, yeah, come on. So I went in there and gave it a shot. She loved it, and she took me on as her client. And then, that was, I think I was 8 or 9 years old. So when a manager takes you on as their client, then they submit you for things. Just like you would go out for the soccer competition or trying to make the team. You compete against a bunch of other kids for a bunch of roles. I remember my first audition ever was Burger King. I love me some BK.
Love you.
And I remember I went into the room, and the guy had a hockey shirt on, and I loved hockey, so I started talking hockey with him. Next thing you know, he's like, here's the scene, give it a shot. I did. I said 2 words. They were yes, sir. And I had a big lisp, so I said, yes, sir. And I got the role. And that was my first job ever, was Burger King. And then from there, I started auditioning for more and more commercials. I got one for McDonald's, where I was like the fry kid. We should look that up, by the way, and see if we can find that and post it. People think that's funny. I was like the fry kid who premiered the next toy. And then after that, I did more and more McDonald's. And then I did some more commercials. I started getting TV shows, 10, 11, 12 years old. Very difficult, though, mind you. You're competing against a lot of people for all these jobs. Lots and lots of people. And then 12 years old, I got my first big TV show. It was called The Pits, and it was on Fox. And it was a network show. And it caught the attention of some people. Disney always keeps their eyes on the kids that are working and doing big TV shows. And for my age, it was a big deal to do 2 network shows. I did one called The Pits, and then right after that, I did one called Method and Red, which was with 2 rappers, Method Man and Redman, which you all shouldn't know. You might. Some of the guys in the bleachers might. I'm joking. I love you guys. So Disney called, and they said, we think you're really funny. We'd like to get you on this show called That's So Raven. Who remembers my character name on That's So Raven? Anyone remember the name? What is it?
Google it. Era el amigo de Corey.
What did I ask? You raised your hand before you knew what I asked? The character name was Larry. And I wrote That's So Raven. And then right after that, I got a call to go out for this show called The Amazing O'Malleys. And we shot it, and they cast me in it, and then next thing you know, they start casting a sister character. I needed a twin sister in it. And they go, we got this girl, Selena Gomez from Texas, this little girl. And she's great. You guys are going to be great. It's going to be awesome. So we shoot the pilot. It went great. And then they changed the show from The Amazing O'Malleys to Wizards of Waverly Place. One second. iPad shut off. So that was sort of the slight, I'm going to go into more detail later, but that was the slight evolution of my career. Those reactions that I got from people were good indicators of the fact that I had an ability and a talent and a love for entertaining. Now the second point, the second most important thing that I think is important when you discover what you're good at is one thing that can shed a light on your talent. And it's something that our generation is lacking big time. And it's the most important virtue, it's the root virtue. And it's called humility. Humility. Does anyone want to give a shot at the definition of humility?
Being humble.
Humble, that's good. Be humble. What else? Bleachers. No, not cheer. Okay, so humility, it's very important. It means to live in a kind, generous and kind, good, that's close, that's close. But let me give you guys the true definitions. This is very important. This is something our generation lacks. It's humility. It means to live in accordance with the truth. So that means not to judge yourself any greater than you are or any less than you are. You might be good at something, but that gives you no right to think you're better than anyone else. Some of the people that I've worked with, some huge stars, Kevin James, Adam Sandler, Selena, Taylor Swift, all these people are very humble people. They live in accordance with the truth. And the truth will shine a spotlight on your ability. For instance, why is American Idol funny in the first few weeks of American Idol? It's because they get up on stage, they think they're really good, and they're terrible. And we all laugh because they're so bad and they think they're good. That's not living in humility. That's not living in accordance with the truth. We live in a generation that's all about the me, the iPhone, the iPad, the me, the I. It's all about me. It's very tough. Humility is very, very important, and it's the ground that will breed everything else from there. So you discover your talent, number one. You got to be humble, number two. And the third thing that I actually learned on the set of a movie called Little Boy. So after I finished Wizards of Waverly Place, I needed a movie that could show I could do drama. A movie that could show that I had more ability than just comedy. I had more to offer, that I was very serious about being an actor, that I practiced my entire life on all different aspects of the craft, and I needed something that really showed that I had what it took to be there. I needed an indie movie, a good indie movie with good actors. So I get the script Little Boy. And the script Little Boy dealt with a very powerful theme. The theme of the movie is, what do you put your faith in? Do you put your faith in yourself? Or do you put your faith in something bigger than you? Is it up to me to determine my future? Or is it something bigger than you? You know, my whole life I always considered myself very lucky. It's like, man, I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to get all these jobs. Like, why me? Why me? Why do I get all these things? And when I did Little Boy, after reading that amazing script, by the end of the script I'm crying. It perked some big questions in my life. And around that time I was trying to figure out what was going on in my life. I was studying different philosophies, I was reading a bunch of different things. And the movie helped show me that that purpose is real. And that we all have a purpose. And that we're each made unique. And all the things that I thought were lucky in my life, all the things I had been given, all the roles I had been given, the talents I had been given, I always thought was luck. I always thought it was just chance. But after doing that movie and after studying more and after changing my life and realizing that there's things that are bigger than you, it really showed me that there's purpose. And that we all have purpose and nothing is an accident. And we've each been given abilities. So my third point is to use your talents, to be humble about it. And the third point is to use them for the greater good. To use them to love one another, to make those around you better. And do you know what it means to will the good of the other? Love. That's what love is. So my third point is love. Discover your talents, be humble, use them, and do it for love. Do it for something bigger than you. Because when you do that, that's where true satisfaction comes, and that's what gives your life a real purpose and a real meaning. That's point number 3. It got real quiet after that. So let's say, thank you. The movie went fantastic, by the way. It comes out in the United States in August. Comes out August 22nd, I think, all over the United States, but I'm not sure when it comes out here, but it's with some great actors, Tom Wilkinson, Michael Rappaport, Kevin James, Emily Watson.
Gonna get Emma Watson.
It was an intense role. It was something very different than you'll see from me. It's not funny at all. It's like super serious.
Super serious. Yeah.
So let's say you figure all that out, right? You got your, you know what your talent is. You've looked at it in humility. You're not being cocky about it. You're doing it for something bigger. Then what? Then what, you know? Then it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. But you were given a gift. We're each given gifts. And what do you do with a gift you were given? Well, when I booked Wizards of Waverly Place, I could have easily just phoned it in, just acted on a show and phoned in jokes and this and that. No, I worked my butt off because I was given a gift. And I realized I was given a gift. When you're given something, you owe it to the person who gave it to you to work your hardest to become the best you can possibly be. And who gave us all our lives? That's exactly right. So you owe it to him to work as hard as you possibly can to be the best version of yourself you can each and every day, and to develop your talents as much as you possibly can each and every day. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. I'll tell you a little bit about the life of an actor. You know, if you're wanting to be an actor, if you're wanting to get into drama, please put yourself under those first two categories, because we're not all meant to be famous entertainers and this and that. We're just not. Everyone's meant for different things. So if you are good, if you are talented, if you're looking at yourself humbly and knowing that you're talented, then the life of an actor can be very difficult. It's a process. You know, from the time I was 9 years old, you're constantly putting yourself under the spotlight. It's not like any other job where you go in for one interview and then you work at that job for 2 years, and then you get a promotion, and then you work a few more years, and then you get another promotion. It's none of that. You're under the spotlight every single day. Has anyone ever been on stage and been nervous to speak in front of a crowd? Yeah. And you get that feeling in your stomach, and you're like, ooh. It's like that every day for an actor, and you're always putting yourself under the spotlight. It's a test. But where difficulty lies, it's that much more opportunity to become even better. And that applies for every different thing in life. You know, when you're faced with a challenge, you turn that challenge into a positive. Don't let that challenge beat you. And with an actor, you know, I mean, shoot, I go on 3 auditions a week. I get super close on roles. I get down to the final thing. You go into the first audition, they love you. They want you to meet the directors and producers. You go and read now for the directors and producers and writers. They love you. It goes great. They want you to read for the network. Then you go in for the network. And this is after you've put in, you know, 10 hours in prep at least. You read the script. You went and worked with an acting coach. You developed your skill. You're feeling really good. Then you go for your first audition. Then another 10 hours of focus, practice, work for the callback. Then more work for the network read. And then after the network read, more work for the final test. And then after all that, you don't get it. And that's a daily basis type thing. It's not easy at all. It takes a lot of mental strength, it takes a lot of support, and a lot of endurance. I remember when, so I wouldn't be here if I would have got this movie. I got to the very finish line of this film called Hunger Games. It was down to myself and Liam Hemsworth. It was down to myself and Liam Hemsworth for the character. And, you know, I got all the way to the finish line. We negotiated contracts. It was all good. It looked great. The director loved me. And then I didn't get it. And I was crushed, you know. I was really excited. No, I was excited about that role. That would have been great. But
okay.
Thank you. Okay. Shh. Be quiet. Be quiet. Thank you.
Alrighty, we're gonna start if you want to start. If not, then we'll cancel this. Okay?
Okay. Shh. Okay, the first question, what is it?
So you said that life
I can't hear her, I can't hear her. Wait, shh, thank you. What is it?
You said that life is goals, so I tried like real hard to meet you today and take a picture with you. So I waited 2 hours outside waiting for you to come. And then I saw you, and then you told me like, not right now. And I was like, I wanted to take a picture. I waited 2 hours outside just to meet you. So I don't know.
That's a good question. I'm sorry, sweetheart. When we came, we were very late. We had to run right in, otherwise everyone would have had to wait. What was the question, though?
Appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the presents and everything. God bless you all. Thank you.
And here we see the nightmare. Listen, boys. And here we see more nightmare. You gotta see more. This is unbelievable. This is really unbelievable. Denise, que no te gustaba. We survived. Anna, how do you feel about we survived the fangirl class? She don't hate it with fangirl. Everyone was so disrespectful. People told you about the trader, but basically we went to see this guy, David Henrie, who was a good place. And I went not because he's, oh my god, he's famous. No, I went to because maybe he has good advice about life. What did you think about that? Oh yeah, you have to do a Q&A. I do Q&A and all this little girl. You have to take a picture with me. He was like, these girls are stupid. And they decided to stop the Q&A. And I was about to ask like a weird question. And they destroyed everything. It's like a larceny here. Yeah. Look at this. And they're still survivors, even though that they know they left. So these people are so stupid.